Ladies and gentlemen, this is an evening that many look forward to for this entire year. It celebrates the excellence and the outstanding performance of financial institutions, corporates and professionals in finance and in the investment management industry of Pakistan. We'd like to formally begin the Annual Excellence Awards with the recitation from the Holy Quran. For this, ladies and gentlemen, may I request Mr. Faraz Bandukra, CFA, member of the CFA Society Pakistan, on the stage for the honor.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد صدق الله العظيم.
Jazakallah khairan. Ladies and gentlemen, the CFA Society of Pakistan has been successfully hosting the Annual Excellence Awards for the last 20 years. And this year we celebrate the 21st year of this prestigious flagship event. The key objective of the awards is to evaluate contributions made by various individuals and organizations in different categories to promote a healthy competition, best practice, and to motivate them to do better even with every passing year. We would like to once again welcome our honorable chief guest, Senator Mohammad Aurangzeb, the Federal Minister for Revenue and Finance, and all our distinguished guests and members of the CFA Society of Pakistan at the 21st Annual Excellence Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, may I now take this opportunity to invite our chief organizer. He indeed is a man behind making sure that all details are taken care of. As the director of the CFA Society Pakistan, it is now his time to give us a little backdrop on the awards program and why these award categories are so important to CFA. How many committees and volunteers have worked really hard day in and day out to make tonight a success. Ladies and gentlemen, he is of course also the founding president of the CFA Society Pakistan. He has the honor to be the founding CEO of Al Mizan Investment Management Limited, and he has been serving it for the last 29 years, making it the largest asset management company in the country. Both in Pakistan and globally, he's recognized for his voluntary contributions to initiatives by the State Bank, by the SECP, by the Pakistan Stock Exchange, and to the mission of CFA Institute as a representative of Asia Pacific region on the global board of the CFA Institute. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome Mohammad Shoaib, CFA, the director of the CFA Society Pakistan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable Finance Minister Mohammad Aurangzeb, Excellencies including Presidents and CEOs of banks, NBFCs, companies, dignitaries, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. It gives immense pleasure to me to welcome you to this 21st Annual Excellence Awards of CFA Society Pakistan. But before I talk about the awards and the categories, I would like to mention that CFA Society of Pakistan has completed 22 years of its journey, and it has played an instrumental role in empowering our capital market professionals to equip themselves with the latest investment management techniques through CFA program. And it has put them at par, rather on a better footing than any CFA charter holder residing anywhere in the world. So it's a global standard, and there are about 1,250 CFA charter holders who have actually passed from Pakistan. And it's very interesting to note that about 1/3 of them are serving the global markets now and they are our brand ambassadors for the country, and 2/3 of our members who are charter holders are based in Pakistan, serving the homeland. I would like to add here that there are about 30,000 candidates from Pakistan that have taken the CFA exam in the last 2 decades. CFA Institute actually has recognized the importance of Pakistan market, and it has not only set up the test centers in Karachi, Lahore, and Islamabad, but I am very pleased to share that from February 2025, there will be a 4th test center in Pakistan, which will be Multan. So it's very encouraging to know that now we are moving far beyond the KALI, Karachi, Lahore, Islamabad, and there's a lot of demand in other parts of the country as well. CFA Society Pakistan has collaborated with Securities and Exchange Commission of Pakistan, State Bank of Pakistan, Pakistan Stock Exchange, Central Depository Company, Mutual Fund Association of Pakistan, Pakistan Institute of Corporate Governance, and other like-minded institutions to promote professional excellence and best practices in capital markets. A very recent initiative of the society has been to support the National Institute of Banking and Finance, which is the training arm of State Bank of Pakistan, to develop curriculum for a locally developed and designed certification in treasury management, which actually will meet the requirements of the local treasuries in banking and broking industry. Not very far ago, a report on framework for independent directors in Pakistan was also prepared, whereby we did research and we compared the framework in Pakistan with 6 other global markets, and this report formed the basis for regulatory changes introduced by SECP. CFA Society Pakistan has also played its role in promoting Islamic finance, not only in Pakistan, but in Asia-Pacific markets, by playing a lead role in conducting different webinars on Islamic finance and capital markets, which have been very well received in markets like Asia-Pacific, like Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia, and even Philippines. Now, very briefly, talking about today's event. The Excellence Program Award, as Sidra mentioned, was started by CFA Society Pakistan in 2004. And every year we have seen increasing participation from banks, brokerage houses, asset management companies, NBFCs, multinationals, and local companies. And you can see that they are all very well represented here today. The hallmark of CFI program is excellence. And this is what we are here today to recognize, excellence in different categories. So today we have 7 different award categories, including gender diversity, ESG, investor relations, corporate finance, brokerage, asset management, and banking. And in each category, we will recognize the best institutions in specific areas. Ladies and gentlemen, choosing winners for about 27 different awards in 7 categories is not an easy job, and it requires a lot of time and effort. And we rely on our volunteers, active volunteers, majority of whom are actually CFA charter holders as well, who have played a very important role and devoted hundreds of man-hours to evaluate all the nominations. And I'm very pleased to report that this year we have received the highest number of nominations. There were 160 nominations this year. So we have noticed that over the years, not only the competition is becoming more and more intense, but the results are actually getting very closer to each other. So it is becoming very difficult to decide on the winners. So the judges and the committees have spent a lot of time to actually deliberate on the results and finalize it. I would now request you to give our volunteers who actually participated as judges a big round of applause. Thank you very much. And I'm sure you will also applaud all winners to be announced very shortly. I would stop here because I know you are all waiting anxiously to hear from the finance minister all the good news that's coming from his side, especially after yesterday's announcement about the IMF program and the discount rate cut of 200 basis points. So, and obviously you are also very excited to hear about the awards, and we can see representatives from all the participations here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shoaib Sir, for once again outlining the ambition and the vision of CFA. And of course, the volunteers and the jury, they deserve a huge round of applause for the wonderful work. We didn't realize what a tough task we were asking them to do. So ladies and gentlemen, let's be very, very generous with our applause for them. On a lighter note, because this is my second year in a row as the number of entries and winners is growing, Shoaib Saab is making sure that the rostrum is squeezing. And I have a big bundle of papers to now skim through as I'll be announcing the winners, but it gives me so much solace that I'm the only one in the room right now with all the names. So that should be something to be really, really excited about. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move on. When we talk about excellence awards, for some it is only about a particular role, an organization, the value that you've added in a few days. But it's less about the skill and your application. It is more about your attitude, how you will continue pursuing to be the best in what you do. How will you continue challenging the way you do things? Because the moment you stop learning and the moment you stop unlearning and relearning, you have stopped your pursuit of excellence. So tonight we have the best of the best in the investment and finance fraternity of Pakistan, not only being acknowledged for their wonderful work, but at the same time, ladies and gentlemen, it is also my honor to now introduce the president of the CFA Society Pakistan to you. He, of course, is a financial services professional with over 20 years of wide-ranging experience in the financial markets. He's currently the Chief Executive Officer at the AWT Investments. And prior to this, he worked with NBP Funds as the Chief Investment Officer. He holds an MBA in Finance and a CFA charter holder. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the one and only Sajjad Anwar Sahab, the President of the CFA Society Pakistan.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Good evening, honorable guests and respected members of the CFA Society Pakistan. A very warm welcome to all to the 21st Excellence Award ceremony of CFA Society of Pakistan. And I'm extremely thankful to all of you for being here with us tonight, especially our distinguished guest, Senator Mr. Muhammad Aurangzeb, Minister for Finance. And I'm also grateful to Mr. Muhammad Muzammal Aslam, advisors to the CM KPK. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Aurangzeb needs no introduction. He is widely recognized as a highly successful banker with a rich international and local banking experience of over 3 decades. Currently leading the Ministry of Finance. The fact that the government has trusted him this opportunity to serve the country and this role in the most challenging economic time of the country testifies his professionalism and abilities. His contribution in both the public and private sector is appreciated and recognized by all of us. It is indeed an honor for us that he made time to grace this event as a chief guest. We all know that he is one of the most busiest person in the country to handle the challenges that has been and the task that has been reposed on him, and that is to put our economy on a sustainable growth path. Sir, we all pray that you accomplish this task and put our economy on a sustainable growth path. We are all also ready to support you in this most challenging task that has been put on you. To all our esteemed guests, I'm heartiest appreciation for taking the time out of your busy schedule and participating in this event. Your participation underscores the significance of these awards and reaffirm the collective aspiration that we all share, that is to set higher benchmark for our industry. A journey that started about 2 years ago has transformed into a great event today, and today's participation also signifies this thing. Alhamdulillah, we have come a long way in the last 20 years, and now we have 7 different categories where we are announcing awards today. And that includes banks, brokerage houses, corporate finance, ESG reporting, and gender diversity in the workplace awards. The highest standard, these awards testify the mission of the CFA Society of Pakistan, and that is to promote the highest standard of ethics and professionalism in the financial industry. And today we are also joined by many of my colleagues who are the CFA charter holder, and these charter holders also follow this mission. I would also like to thank the board of directors of the CFA Society of Pakistan, the member of the board, as well as many other colleagues from the financial industry who have participated as judges and volunteers to ensure that the evaluation process in these awards is both ethical and transparent. Your commitment to the transparency, diligence, and impartiality has made this award a true reflection of the merit. I would also like to congratulate all the nominees and the winners tonight. Your achievements serve as an inspiration for all of us. I hope that this evening not only serve as a celebration of these outstanding achievements in our industry, but also as a catalyst to inspire us to continuously strive for the excellence, uphold the highest standards of ethics, and contribute continuously to the prosperity of our nation. Let us also use this evening as an opportunity to connect, share ideas, and strengthen the bond that ties us together in our pursuit of excellence. Together, we can continue to build a brighter future for Pakistan and its financial sector. I appreciate the staff of the CFA Society, led by our very dedicated Executive Director, Ms. Sarwat Ahsan, who contributed a lot of time and energies over the last few months to make this event a success. Thank you very much once again for joining us at the 21st Annual Excellence Award of CFA Society of Pakistan. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sajjad Saab. And now, honorable guests, it's as tradition has it, at the CFA Pakistan, I'm going to draw your attention to the cards placed on your tables. I see there are many, but there's a 10th card that is giving you an opportunity to participate in a live poll. And this is going to be through logging into slido.com. There's a QR code right in front of you. Other than that, the steps on how to actually log into this survey and this poll is right up on your screens as well. 3 simple steps. You first need to open www.slido. If you are not using option B, deficit up to $3 billion. C, deficit of more than $4.5 billion. Interestingly, you're seeing a deficit of up to $3 billion. We're not going to get into the reasons for it, but I love the idealism. There are some who believe, 20% who believe that there will be a current account surplus as well. Is that a slowdown that we are predicting, or what's exactly happening here? And I feel now it's time to move on to the next question. You can continue answering it, but so far the results was that many of you have predicted a deficit up to $3 billion. Ladies and gentlemen, next question. What will be our total foreign exchange reserves as on the 30th June 2025? Again, you have 3 options. First one, less than $15 billion, between $15 to $18 billion, or the option C, let's hope that's the one you pick, more than $18 billion. We're practicing a bit of caution here, I see, 74%. I don't know how many have taken the quiz already or answered this question, believe that it will be less than $15 billion. And I love it. Most of you are doing this with a smile. Interesting. Spending a little more time on question 2, but so far 70% plus thought that it will be less than $15 billion. Ladies and gentlemen, final question of the Slido survey. What will be our total debt to GDP ratio on the 30th of June 2025? Choose one. We'll get the results next year, by the way. The first option is less than 65%. Option B, between 65 to 70%, or C, more than 70%. Debt to GDP ratio. And so far, 50% believe that it will be between 65 to 70%. Some honing of the skills. Let's see how accurate this will be. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be a little further away in the future, at least a year down the line. Let's hope and see how many of your predictions came true. You can take a screenshot of the answers that you have sided with. Dear audience, you may see the polling results on the screen. They depict the perception of this audience. As they say, economy and most things finance are 80% perceptions and only 20% reality. Now let's move on to the next segment, which is also a legacy here. Ladies and gentlemen, I see that this is, of course, the notable achievements of our charter holders. 5 people that we'd love to acknowledge. These are our alumni, an important part of the CFA network, and it's so wonderful to see them doing so well. First and foremost, Mr. Mohammad Shamoon Tariq, who is now the Vice President of the Swedish Business Council in Pakistan. This part can do with a warm round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it coming. The second notable achiever that we'd like to acknowledge, Syed Raza Jafri, CFA. He's also the CEO of EFG Hermes Pakistan. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mehvesh Baliani, CFA, who is now the CEO of Al Karam Studios. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we also would like to acknowledge Asif Ali Qureshi, CFA. He is now the CEO of UBL Funds. And last but definitely not the least, ladies and gentlemen, another notable achiever from our charter holders, Imtiaz Gadar, CFA. He is the CEO of Al Mizan Investment Management Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time. I know there has been a lot of good news, or at least a sigh of relief. When he entered here, it was like coming back to his very own. One of the most respected top bankers. There are many times when I see people complaining about, oh my God, we're technically losing a lot of our money to tax. It's cut at salary, at the very honest. Imagine somebody who has perhaps one of the best jobs in the country, who's now decided to go to the other side of the table and clean it up and make it all better. Of course, he is our chief guest today, the Minister for Finance and Revenue. He has had a successful international career as a top banker for over 35 years, has served most recently at Pakistan's largest systematically important bank, that is the HBL, as president and CEO. Before returning to Pakistan in April 2018 to lead HBL, he was the CEO of JP Morgan's Global Corporate Bank for the Asia-Pacific region. Previously, he has held other senior management roles at other global financial institutions that include ABN AMRO, RBS, Citibank, based in New York, Amsterdam, and Singapore. He continues to be the only Pakistani to be invited in 2018 to the exclusive membership of the Global CEO Council organized by the WSJ Dow Jones Group. He has also served as the chairman of the Pakistan Banks Association, chairman of the Pakistan Business Council, and the council member at the Institute of Bankers Pakistan. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give an astounding round of applause to our honorable chief guest. Please welcome Senator Mohammad Aurangzeb, Minister for Finance and Revenue, for his address.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Mohammad Shoaib Saab, Director, CFA, President Sajjad Anbar Saab. It's a great pleasure and honor to be back here with the industry icons, industry leaders, industry participants, very worthy winners of the various categories that you're going to mention a bit later. मैं पिछले साल भी एक CFA के इवेंट में हाजिर हुआ था in a different capacity, because by the time you get to CFA level 3, जो भी आप उसको समझते हैं, you're the best analytical minds which are there, which are available. This goes beyond emotion, beyond imagination, where all of you talk about the fact base, not sensationalism, fact base. Fact base where we are today, fact base where we are going to be tomorrow and day after. तो इसलिए ये हमेशा एक मेरे लिए बहुत important forum रहेगा to come and talk about the fact base. क्योंकि आप सब industry participants हैं, तो इसलिए मुझे कुछ ज़्यादा background देने की ज़रूरत नहीं है कि over the last sort of 12 to 18 months, where we were and where we are in terms of the macroeconomic stability. आप सब लोग उसको दिन रात देखते हैं. Where we finished the last fiscal year in terms of the twin deficit, very much in control, the currency stability, the foreign exchange reserves, or जो inflation coming down from 38% to at that point in time where it came down to at the end of the last fiscal year. और देखिए मैं इसलिए बात करता हूँ बार-बार macroeconomic stability की, because that has continued into, alhamdulillah, we are now into the first quarter of this fiscal year. Or before I get into the fund discussion, why is macroeconomic stability required or needed? Because मुझे इस मुल्क में वापस आए हुए तकरीबन 6-6.5 साल हो चुके हैं. And even in that short period, I've seen everything being tried. Not going, delaying, or figuring out how we are going to manage them in a strong manner. So we have tried every possible model in this country. तो इसलिए I think ये ज़रूरी है कि हम उन मॉडल से आगे निकलें. Macroeconomic stability इसलिए ज़रूरी है कि stability से आगे growth का मॉडल चलता है. There is no automatic switch from one day saying कि stability आ रही है या आ सकती है और फिर हम उसका growth का engine चला दें. Because ये तो अब आप सब चूंकि खुद fact based हैं और आप खुद ये models देखते हैं, तो I think now it's very clear कि beyond 4%, the moment we put the step on the pedal, because the DNA in our economy is import based, we run out of foreign currency and therefore we have to run back to the lender of the last resort. And therefore, we have to work on changing the basic DNA of the economy. अब उसमें जो 9 months standby arrangement successfully conclude हुआ, उसमें I always give credit to the caretaker administration. I always give credit to Dr. Shamshad as the caretaker finance minister in terms of maintaining the rigor and vigor and the discipline that's required. Because अभी भी जो हम प्रोग्राम में जा रहे हैं या जा चुके हैं, अगर आप स्ट्रक्चरल बेंचमार्क्स, आप सब ऐसे लोग हैं जो एनालिटिकल माइंडसेट रखते हैं, जब ये इंशाल्लाह 25 को ये प्रोग्राम अप्रूव हो जाएगा, मैं आपको इनवाइट करता हूं कि जाकर ये डॉक्यूमेंट पढ़िए। और जब आप ये देखेंगे कि जो स्ट्रक्चरल बेंचमार्क्स हैं, नॉट द क्वांटिटेटिव एस्पेक्ट्स, क्वांटिटेटिव एस्पेक्ट्स है कि कितना रेवेन्यू आना है, कितना नहीं आना, उसमें भी बड़ा शोर मचा हुआ है कि जी क्या होगा क्या नहीं होगा। लेट्स पार्क दैट फॉर अ मोमेंट। स्ट्रक्चरल बेंचमार्क्स, व्हाट आर स्ट्रक्चरल बेंचमार्क्स? जो 3 एरियाज हैं, टैक्स टू जीडीपी 9-9.5% पे नहीं हम सर्वाइव कर सकते एज अ कंट्री। वी हैव टू टेक इट टुवर्ड्स 13% टू और हायर टू बी इन द कमिटी ऑफ नेशंस। और उससे मैं वापस आता हूं, बिकॉज ये कहना तो मैं हमेशा बाहर भी बैठ के, यहाँ टब्बा साहब बैठे हैं, उनके बाद मैं सक्सीड किया एज चेयरमैन पाकिस्तान बिजनेस काउंसिल, बाहर बैठ के ये डिस्कशन करना, और मैं करता रहा हूँ the what and the why part of it, because we have known the what and why part of it not for years, for decades. We just don't do it. The how part of it and the who part of it. तो अभी मैं आपको सबको encourage करूंगा, जब ये डॉक्यूमेंट अपलोड हो जाएगा इंशाअल्लाह ताला 25 तारीख के बाद, तो ये जाके डॉक्यूमेंट पढ़िए और उसमें देखिए कि कौन से स्ट्रक्चरल बेंचमार्क्स हैं जिन पे हमने अब साइन किया है, जो पिछली 4 या 5 मेरे प्रेडिसेसर्स नहीं साइन कर सके। मैं कहूंगा कि 19-20 नहीं है, ये 18-20 का फर्क होगा, बिकॉज नाउ वी आर इन एक्सटेंडेड प्रोग्राम, बट वी हैव साइंड एंड वी हैवंट डन इट। टैक्स टू जीडीपी, on the energy side, what we said we will do on the power sector side, we didn't do it. And the SOE reform, ये 1 trillion का drag है on the country's exchequer, which we have deterred because we have said ready, get set, stop. And we have to stop this discussion. और जो अभी बात होती है, why would the 24th program be the last program, is simply because of this, कि ready, get set, stop नहीं कर सकते हमें। ready, get set, go करना पड़ेगा। अगर आप नहीं करेंगे तो 25th प्रोग्राम में जाना ही पड़ेगा। तो ये बड़ी सिंपल सी बात है। और उसमें देखिए, मैं जो टैक्स टू जीडीपी वाली बात है उसमें मैं ज़्यादा थोड़ा सा बात करूँगा। आई नो जी आपका वक्त जो है बड़ा कीमती है, लेकिन मैं सिर्फ ये कहना चाह रहा हूँ कि लोग ये इतनी बातें करते हैं कि जी आप 29% पिछले साल ये टैक्स रेज हुआ, इस साल 40% है, ये कैसे 40% होगा? और बात दुरुस्त है, क्योंकि जो अभी जून और जुलाई की बात हो रही है, वी आर गोइंग इनटू सितंबर, इट हैज़ टू बी ए कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ नंबर ऑफ थिंग्स। जितने भी यहाँ सैलरीड क्लास वाले हैं, मैं भी सैलरीड क्लास से आया था, मैं दोबारा ये कहूँगा कि मेरी आई अप्रिशिएट द पेन। इसी तरह अभी इतनी हम सारी बातें कर चुके हैं कि कौन से सेक्टर्स हैं विच कंट्रीब्यूट टू जीडीपी और कितना वो टैक्स देते हैं। 43% of the people who contribute to GDP pay less than 1%. It's simply not sustainable. मैं बार बार ये कहता हूँ कि चैरिटी से मुल्क नहीं चलते, ये टैक्सेस दे के मुल्क चलाने पड़ेंगे। सो वी आर वे वी आर, उसके डिफरेंट सेक्टर हैं और आप सबको उनके चीज़ों के बारे में इल्म है। जो डिजिटलाइजेशन कर रहे हैं, देखें डिजिटलाइजेशन का सिर्फ फ्रॉम माय पर्सपेक्टिव, डिजिटलाइजेशन इज़ नॉट एन एंड, इट्स अ मीन्स टू एन एंड। मेरे पे डेटा मौजूद है, मेरे पे डेटा मौजूद है। यहाँ से पीर साहब बैठे हैं एंड आई एम वेरी ग्रेटफुल टू हिम बिकॉज ही इज पार्ट ऑफ द डिजिटलाइजेशन टास्क फोर्स जो प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब ने बनाई है, एंड वी आर वेरी ग्रेटफुल दैट ही इज स्पेंडिंग सो मच टाइम ऑन दैट, बिकॉज वो डेटा तो मौजूद है कि मैं मेरा कितने यूटिलिटी बिल्स हैं, मेरे पास कितनी कारें और व्हीकल अवेलेबल हैं, मैं कितने फॉरेन ट्रिप्स करता हूँ, वो सारा डेटा मौजूद है, और मैं टैक्स कितना देता हूँ। Now we have to connect the dot, number one. Number two, जिसमें आसिफ पीर साहब हमें हेल्प कर रहे हैं, इट हैज़ टू बी ए सेंट्रल यूटिलिटी, बिकॉज अगर मेरे पे ये रॉ डेटा भेज दिया जाए इनटू फील्ड फॉर्मेशंस, देन द फील्ड फॉर्मेशंस विल डू व्हाट वी डू, बिकॉज सारा डिजिटलाइजेशन का जो हमारी डिस्कशन है वो डिस्कशन ही है कि ट्रांसपेरेंसी आएगी, ह्यूमन इंटरवेंशन कम होगी। ह्यूमन इंटरवेंशन का क्या मतलब है कम होगी? इसका मतलब है करप्शन कम होगी, बिकॉज दैट्स व्हाट वी डू, बिकॉज इट टेक्स टू टू टैंगो। और मैं जितनी भी एसोसिएशंस के बाद जा रहा हूं, क्योंकि अगर हम एफबीआर में आपसे पैसे मांगते हैं, आप देना बंद करें। जब आप देना बंद करेंगे, हम लेना बंद करेंगे। एंड वी विल, थ्रू दिस डिजिटलाइजेशन एफर्ट, विल इंश्योर कि हम वो आपके पास ऐसी चीजें लेकर जाएं। देखें, मैं एक बात करता हूं, मैं अब 6 साल से मैं भी यहाँ सैलरीड क्लास पर्सन था। ये कैसे हो सकता है किसी मुल्क में कि जब आपका टैक्स सोर्स पे कट रहा हो, एंड विद ड्यू रिस्पेक्ट, आप में से जितने भी CFAs हैं, कुछ और हैं, you are tax advisors, you are you are also on the law side advisors, लेकिन अगर एक सैलरीड क्लास पर्सन को आप सबकी एडवाइस की जरूरत है कि आपने फॉर्म भर के कैसे FBR को पेश करना है, तो then we have something very fundamentally wrong. It's not only about automation, it's about the process. We have to simplify that form. जिन मैं jurisdictions में काम करके आया हूं, जब वो jurisdiction मुझे एक as a salaried person मुझे भेजती थी, तो मुझे ये कहती थी कि जी ये आपका टैक्स रिटर्न है, अब आज में बता दीजिए आपने कार खरीदी, कार बेच दी, आपने कोई घर खरीदा, घर बेच दिया, अगर वो है तो वो हमें बता दीजिए, बाकी let's consider the return finalized. That was it. तो हम वो निर्वाणा है, we have to move in that direction, but that's where we are going to go. और इसीलिए जो अंडर टैक्स अनटैक्स्ड सेक्टर्स हैं, with due respect मैं बार बार ये कहता हूँ, our hand has been forced as a country. अगर आप step up नहीं करेंगे in paying your taxes, doesn't matter whether I'm here, any administration is there, any government is there, we will unfortunately will have to keep on going back to the same for more, and therefore our hand has been forced, और ये अब आगे हम चल नहीं सकते। जो पावर पे बात हो चुकी है, SO रिफॉर्म्स पे, देखिए मैं बड़ा क्लियर हूँ, because I chair the cabinet committee on SOEs. We are very, very clear, and the Prime Minister is very clear. Government has no business in being in business, period. Anything that can be done in the private sector should be moved across to the private sector. और इसमें बड़ी बहस हुई, बड़ी चीजों पे बहस हुई, including the insurance industry. भाई जो चीज आप कर सकते हैं प्राइवेट सेक्टर में, हम उसको क्यों रखेंगे in the public sector? So we have moved it across. This is going to be in the privatization regime, and inshallah we will take it forward. Or public finances. This is a very important subject. Because सब लोग कहते हैं कि जो टैक्स आप दे रहे हैं तो आप अपने खर्चे क्यों नहीं कम करते, और ये बिल्कुल दुरुस्त बात है। और इसमें जो राइट साइजिंग हो रही है, और इसमें मैंने कल भी कहीं जिक्र किया था कि डॉक्टर इशरत हुसैन साहब ने बड़ी एक डिटेल्ड रिपोर्ट पेश की थी into the PTI cabinet at that point in time, which is back in June, July 2019. It never saw the light of the day. डॉक्टर कैसर बंगाली साहब हैं, हमारे से नाराज होकर निकले हैं, लेकिन इन दोनों की जो रिपोर्ट्स हैं हम उनको आगे लेकर जा रहे हैं, बट इट हैज टू बी बाइट साइज। हमने 6 मिनिस्ट्रीज देखी, उनके आगे इम्प्लीमेंटेशन प्लान ला रहे हैं, हम अगली 5 मिनिस्ट्रीज देख रहे हैं, उनके इम्प्लीमेंटेशन प्लान लेकर आएंगे। वी आर वेरी क्लियर कि जहां इसको डाउन साइज करना है, राइट साइज करना है, 18th अमेंडमेंट के बाद फेडरल गवर्नमेंट के पास जो इदारे नहीं होने चाहिए, जो मिनिस्ट्रीज नहीं होनी चाहिए, उनको डिवॉल्व करना चाहिए। मैं आज चीफ मिनिस्टर साहब सिंध के साथ मौजूद था, एंड ही ऑब्वियसली इंडोर्सेस दिस, क्योंकि बिलावल भुट्टो साहब ने भी ये बात शुरू में की थी पार्लियामेंट में कि ये जो 17 या 18 मिनिस्ट्रीज हैं इनको डिवॉल्व होना चाहिए, एंड आई एब्सोल्युटली एग्री विद दैट। There's no point in keeping this in the federal government unless there's a regulatory element, etc. PSDP पे आपने देखा है कि हमारा बड़ा clear view है कि everything should go towards public-private partnership, जहाँ तक हो सकता है, और the pension, क्योंकि ये बात ये होती है कि जी आपने कुछ किया, आपने नहीं किया। मैं वो बात कर रहा हूं, pension is a ticking bomb. Is a ticking bomb in terms of unfunded liability at the federal level, and then even before we get to the provincial level. तो हमने क्या किया at the federal level? At least going forward हमने bleeding उसकी stop की है। अब ये लोग कहते हैं कि आपने कुछ किया नहीं किया, ये किया हमने कि any new employees coming into the federal government will go on to defined contribution. Armed services have asked कि हमें 1 साल और दें, और उनकी बात समझ आती है बिकॉज उनका सर्विस स्ट्रक्चर ऐसा है कि डिफाइंड कंट्रीब्यूशन से वो आगे बात नहीं चल सकती, तो वो हम इसको आगे लेकर गए। द लास्ट थिंग आई जस्ट वांट टू मेंशन इज हाउ डू वी गेट आउट ऑफ हियर? देयर हैज टू बी रोड टू मार्केट। तो जो मैंने पहले बात की थी, द डीएनए ऑफ द इकोनॉमी, इट हैज टू मूव अवे फ्रॉम इंपोर्ट and import substitution. We are done with import substitution. We will not give further subsidies. We will not give further credits. We will not give further approvals to various industries simply because के जी हम import substitution कर रहे हैं. Everyone has to contribute towards exports. Number one. Number two, जो FDI आ रही है, and we are very grateful to everyone who comes in and helps us. उस पे in the cabinet I'm very clear that those FDI has to be led with those projects जो export led हो। ये currency mismatch जहाँ हम loans लेते हैं, जहाँ हम FDI लेते हैं on PKR based projects, we cannot afford anymore. I've been very clear and I will continue to be very clear in the cabinet as well. The last thing is accessing back into the international capital markets. तो वो आपको मालूम है, I'm very grateful to the banks which have already stepped up and stepped in to help us even in this fiscal year. And as the ratings improve, inshallah, ये हम the next fiscal year will be a good year in terms of international capital markets. My only view is that at this point in time, अगर हम Panda bond को is the inaugural issue that we would do in the Chinese bond market. If we can do that, that will be a good start back into the international capital market. ये तो सारी वो बातें हैं जो आज की हैं और अभी की हैं, but it affects all of us in terms of our livelihoods, cost of living, and these are real issues. As the inflation comes down, as the policy rate comes down, I think these are very important things, क्योंकि हमने इस इकोनॉमी का पहिया आगे चलाना है. We have to move from stabilization to growth. और उसमें दो sectors जो हैं, agriculture and IT, I keep on saying these are two sectors which are totally in our control, have nothing to do with the fund, nothing to do with any other thing between financing, policy making, yield enhancement, etc. ये सब हमारे हाथ में है. और last चीज जो कोई उसका जिक्र नहीं करता या उतना जिक्र नहीं करता, उसकी वजह जो मैंने पहले जिक्र किया is livelihoods and cost of living, क्योंकि हमने आज कल और परसों को देखना है. But two existential problems when certainly I would be gone, a lot of it might be gone, the young and the restless are still going to be around, और मैं उनके लिए बात कर रहा हूँ. Population. It's not a ticking bomb, it's a bomb which has exploded. At 2.55%, 3.6% in the urban areas. No one talks about it. We do need to take it very seriously and make it as much of an imperative as we worry about कि ये IMF का program ये जुमे को आना था या अगले Thursday को आना है या 25 को आया है कि नहीं आया है. It's as real as that. And the other thing is climate change, because that is affecting us as we speak. And I'm very determined that ये दोनों ऐसे areas हैं जिनको हमें साथ साथ लेकर चलना पड़ेगा as we go forward. I'm, ladies and gentlemen, once again grateful for the invitation and for your patient hearing. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It's time to call the spade a spade, because a lot of tough decisions is what will ensure the progress and the ease that we want to see in the fiscal years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time to actually come down to the awards. As you are aware, there are many categories. There are about 7 categories in total. And for this, once again, may we request the Honorable Chief Guest, the Federal Minister for Finance and Revenue, Senator Mohammad Aurangzeb, to sir, please join us up on stage to do the honors. May I also request Mr. Sajjad Anwar, the President of the CFA Society Pakistan, and Mr. Mohammad Shoaib, the Director, CFA Society Pakistan, to please accompany the Honorable Chief Guest. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause as we are now about to begin our award ceremony. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are very excited this evening as both the chief organizer and the president of CFA Society have already alluded. The number of entries has grown, the competition has gotten tougher, and this evening is one of the most awaited evenings for the fraternity. The part where the best standards set by people and the institutions are celebrated. The first award for the evening is the Investment Forecast Competition for fiscal year 2024. This award is presented to the individual who makes the most accurate forecast for the upcoming year for the provided questions. A survey was circulated at the annual Excellence Award ceremony last year, and we will continue to do so again this year as well. Of course, you can answer online and live. And ladies and gentlemen, let's now welcome the Investment Forecast Award winner for fiscal year 2024. Please welcome Mr. Osama Rauf from the AKD Securities Limited. Many congratulations, Osama. Not only are you taking the award, but you're also going to collect a reward of 20,000 as a cash prize allocated for the winner by the CFA Society Pakistan. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are also opening the investment forecast competition for this year. In order to enter your estimates, fill in the online survey form. We may find the link on this year's form on the square QR codes on your tables. The details are also provided on the cards placed on your table and posted in the description of our Facebook and YouTube live pages. Ladies and gentlemen, now we are moving to the next categories. This year, 5 new categories for the asset management companies has been introduced. And this includes number 1, the Gender Diversity Award, the ESG Reporting Award, Investor Relations Award, the Corporate Finance Awards, Brokerage Awards, Best Asset Management Company Award, and the Banking Awards. May we now request the board members, Mr. Sajjad Anwar, Mr. Mohammad Shoaib, Mr. Asif Ali Qureshi, Ms. Rukhsana Nerejo, and all of those present to be giving a big round of applause. This is the part where we wanted to acknowledge all our board members for their very hard work. We're not inviting them up on stage yet. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to begin with our award ceremony. The next award ceremony. For this one, we have to invite the facilitator. Please put your hands together for the director of the CFA Society, Ms. Rukhsana Nerejo. She is the facilitator for our next category, that is the Gender Diversity Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, in the Gender Diversity Award at the workplace, the runner-up in the category and the subcategory of the corporates, please put your hands together to welcome our runner-up. This is the English Biscuit Manufacturers Private Limited. May we request Mr. Zahid Iqbal, the Chief Operating Officer, to please receive this award. This award, ladies and gentlemen, acknowledges the efforts made by the organizations in creating and enabling an inclusive workplace for women and people who are differently abled in the past year. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the corporates subcategory. We have just had the runner-up come in. The winner in the category of recognizing the gender diversity at workplace corporates is Engro Corporation. May I request Ms. Rabia Wafa, the Chief Finance Officer of Engro Corp, to please come and accept this. Many congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, these were our corporate winners in the Gender Diversity Award category. Next up, the subcategory in the same awards is for the non-banking financial institutions. The runner-up in the non-banking financial institutions category, in fact, the runner-up in the category is, please welcome the Chief Investment Officer, Mr. Moin Iqbal from Infra Zamin, Pakistan. Ladies and gentlemen, Excellence Awards is also your opportunity to be more generous with your appreciation. It's definitely a tough competition, but that doesn't mean that you don't applaud. This is, of course, Mr. Moin Iqbal collecting this on behalf of Infra Zamin, Pakistan. Non-banking financial institution recognized for their work towards gender diversity. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, in the category of NBFIs for gender diversity, please welcome Telenor Microfinance Bank. May I request Puru Chishti Sidwa to please accept this. Our winner in the category of NBFI for gender diversity. Many congratulations to Telenor Microfinance Bank. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the third subcategory in the same awards, this is for the banks. For the runner-up, please put your hands together to welcome the Group Chief Corporate and Investment Banking Group, Mr. Fareed Ahmed Khan from the Bank of Punjab. The runner-up in the category of banks for Gender Diversity Awards, the winner is the Bank of Punjab. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the winner in this category, of course, the bank subcategory, the winner is Standard Chartered Bank of Pakistan. May I request Mr. Yasir Usman Khwaja, the head of HR, to please accept this. Thank you very much, Ms. Ruxana Nerijo, as Director, CFA, and Facilitator for the Gender Diversity Awards. Moving on to the next category, ladies and gentlemen, this is the ESG Reporting Awards. Of course, ESG is the way forward. No longer are we just doing corporate social responsibility, but we are looking at the environment, the sustainability, and the governance environments. Ladies and gentlemen, let's now recognize the organizations that have showcased the best ESG performance for the year. I must also acknowledge that Mr. Mubashir Zubairi, the member of the CFA Society, has been the facilitator for this category. Unfortunately, he is unable to join us this evening as he is traveling, but let's continue. The subcategories in this division: Best ESG Reporting Award 2023, Corporates category. The runner-up is Lucky Cement Limited. May I request Mr. Rail to please join us up on stage and accept this. Best ESG Reporting Award 2023. The runner-up, Lucky Cement. And now, ladies and gentlemen, in the corporate subcategory of the ESG Reporting Awards, please put your hands together as the winner in the Best ESG Reporting is recognized as 4G Fertilizer Company Limited. May I request a representative from the company to please accept this. Ladies and gentlemen, Brigadier Irfan Khan, the company secretary, and Syed Imran Rizvi, the head of shares and dividends, accepting this award. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Best ESG Reporting Award category, subcategory is Financial Institutions. Please put your hands together to welcome the runner-up, Allied Bank Limited. May I request Mr. Ali Karim, the Group Head Investment Banking, to please accept this on company's behalf. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Best ESG Reporting Award for the year 2023, subcategory again, Financial Institution. The winner is Bank Al Falah Limited. May I request Mr. Faisal Rabbani, the CRO, to please accept this on the company's behalf. Thank you, sir. And now we can all tell you that just like the sitcoms have the laughter coming on behind you, you guys have been filled in by the music. When we had the namaz break and nobody was applauding, there was not a lot of generosity and appreciation here. So just to give you a little warm-up, why don't you give a big round of applause to all the winners who have received it so far? Good exercise. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to our next awards category. This is the Investor Relations Award. May I request Mr. Muhammad Saad Ali, member of the CFA Society, who's the facilitator for this award, to please join us up on stage. The facilitators could also do with a little bit of applause, I guess. Ladies and gentlemen, the runner-up for the Best Investor Relations for the year 2023 listed companies is, please put your hands together for Engro Fertilizers. May I request Mr. Ali Rathore, the Chief Executive Officer, to please accept this. And now, ladies and gentlemen, moving on to our next, the winner in the very category. Of course, the subcategory is listed companies, best investor relations for the year 2023. Please put your hands together for Lucky Cement Limited. May I request Mr. Muhammad Ali Tabba from the Lucky Cement to please join us up on stage to accept this. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the second subcategory, this is for the financial institutions in the best investor relations for the year 2023. Please put your hands together for the runner-up, Mizan Bank Limited. May I request Mr. Suhail Khan and Mr. Syed Imran Ali Shah to please come and accept this. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to announce the winner in the Best Investor Relations category. The subcategory is Financial Institutions. Once again, the winner is, please put your hands together for Bank Al Falah Limited. May I request Mr. Syed Akbar Ali, the Head of Capital Markets and IR, to please receive this award. Many congratulations to all the winners in the Best Investors Relations category. Thank you, Mr. Muhammad Saad Ali, for facilitating this award category. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, the Corporate Finance Awards. Through this award, the investment banks and brokerage firms are recognized by the CFA Society for the corporate finance and investment banking transactions conducted during the year. A committee of experts evaluated the nominations based on measures such as the number of transactions, value of transactions, complexity and innovation in transactions, and the tenor of transactions and sector diversity. There are 3 awards in this category: Fixed Income, Equity and Advisory, and Transaction of the Year. So let's begin. May I first and foremost request the facilitator for this awards to please join us. Please welcome Mr. Muhammad Asim, a member of the CFA Society, Pakistan. Thank you, Asim Saab, for facilitating this awards. May I request you to please join us up on stage. Let's begin with the first subcategory in the Corporate Finance Awards. This is for the Fixed Income. Ladies and gentlemen, the runner-up in the Corporate Finance House of the Year 2023 Fixed Income, please put your hands together for Askari Bank Limited. May I request Ms. Amina Hassan, the Country Head Investment Banking and Financial Institution, to please accept this. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the winner in this category, the subcategory is Fixed Income. Please put your hands together to recognize the winner in the Corporate Finance House of the Year 2023 Fixed Income category, the Bank of Punjab. May I request Mr. Fareed Ahmed Khan, the Group Chief Corporate and Investment Banking, to please accept this. Ladies and gentlemen, Corporate Finance House of the Year, Equity and Advisory category. Please put your hands together to recognize and acknowledge the runner-up, and that is the Alpha Beta Core. May I request Mr. Farhan Bashir, the Managing Director of Alpha Beta Core, to please accept this. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to announce the winner for the Corporate Finance House of the Year 2023 Equity and Advisory category. Please welcome Topline Securities. May I request Mr. Mohammad Nadeem, the Head of Corporate Finance, to please accept this. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, the best transaction of the year 2023. We have joint runner-ups in this category. Please welcome the first runner-up. Put your hands together for Mizan Bank Limited. May I request Mr. Zehram Iqbal, the Head of Project Finance and Advisory Investment Banking, to please accept this on behalf of Mizan Bank. Best transaction of the year 2023. Joint runner-ups. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the second runner-up is National Bank of Pakistan. May I request Mr. Rehmat Ali Hasni, the President and the CEO, to please accept this award. Ladies and gentlemen, financing for Enotech Holdings was to support infrastructure for supply of water to the power generation facilities in the Thar region. The transaction is considered a landmark on account of financial sector taking 50% project risk for a PPP transaction and financing a new sector. The NBP structured an SBLC to partially cover transaction risk that paved the way for a syndicated financing of about PKR 52 billion, where Mizan led the transaction structuring and jointly participated in financing along with the several banks. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, these were the runner-ups. We also have joint winners for the best transaction of the year 2023. Please put your hands together to welcome the first winner. This is the Bank of Punjab Limited. May I request Mr. Fareed Ahmed Khan, the Group Chief Corporate and Investment Banking Group, to kindly receive this award. Ladies and gentlemen, this is for participating in a leveraged buyout in a pharmaceutical sector. The transaction had dual financing structure, including a convertible loan and a diminishing musharka. The convertible loan had risk-based returns, where financiers were positioned to earn returns primarily through share acquisition at the time of listing, based on an agreed IRR rates. The committee appreciated several factors of the transactions as unique, including significant risk-taking and the approach towards pricing risk in the pharmaceutical sector, as sectors' asset base usually include a large value of intangibles. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the second winner is Bank Al Falah. May I request Mr. Khurram Iqbal, the Head of Investment Banking, to please receive this. The joint winners for the best transaction of the year 2023. Thank you very much, Asim, for facilitating these awards. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, are the Brokerage Excellence Awards. These recognize, of course, the brokerage firms that have demonstrated high standards and performance throughout the year. The results of the awards were to be derived from a combination of industry survey, survey of jury, evaluation of quantitative information within the category of operations, research, and sales. These were provided by the firms. The research report and research analyst awards were evaluated on measures such as investment case and analysis, financial analysis, valuation, reader friendliness, risks, etc. There are 5 categories in the Brokerage Awards. Let's begin with the first one, but may I first invite Mr. Sajjad Anwar, who has been, wait, he's already here. You are the facilitator for these awards. Ladies and gentlemen, the first one is the Best Equity Research Report Award of the year. The runner-up for this is, please welcome Sana Tawfiq from the Arif Habib Limited. A proud moment for Arif Habib Limited. Please welcome the Best Equity Research Analyst of the Year, Fiscal Year 2024, Sana Tawfiq. Many congratulations, Sanaji. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, the winner for the Best Equity Research Analyst for the year, Fiscal Year 2024. Please welcome Amreen Surani from JS Global Capital. Congratulations, Ms. Amreen Surani, winner for the Best Equity Research Analyst of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, runner-up for the next subcategory, this is the Best Equity Salesperson. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the winner is from Arif Habib Limited. Let's welcome Mr. Furqan Aslam, runner-up for the Best Equity Salesperson of the Year. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the winner in the same category, this is from the JS Global Capital. Please welcome Mr. Syed Farhan Rizvi. Mr. Syed Farhan Rizvi from the JS Global Capital, Best Equity Salesperson of the Year. The next award in this category, the runner-up for the Best Equity Research Report Award. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is Intermarket Securities Limited. May I request Mr. Anand Kumar, the investment analyst from the company, to please accept this. Runner-up for the Best Equity Research Report, Intermarket Securities Limited. And now for the winner in the same category. The winner in the category Best Equity Research Report Award, please welcome JS Global Capital Limited. May I request Ms. Shagufta Irshad, the senior analyst, to please accept this. Ladies and gentlemen, Best Economic Research House of the Year. The runner-up in this category is Arif Habib Limited. May I request Mr. Tahir Abbas, the Director Equities, to please accept this award. Runner-up for the Best Economic Research House of the Year. It's now time to welcome the winner for the Best Economic Research House of the Year. Please welcome JS Global Capital Limited. May I request Ms. Amreen Surani, the Head of Research, to please accept this once again. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to recognize the Best Equity Brokerage House of the Year 2024. The runner-up in this category is Arif Habib Limited. May I request Mr. Shahid Ali Habib, the CEO, to please accept this. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner for the Best Equity Brokerage House of the Year. Again, a lucky night for both these companies. Please welcome JS Global Capital Limited. May I request Mr. Khalilullah Usmani, the CEO of JS Global Capital, to please accept this. Ladies and gentlemen, our next category of awards recognizes the outstanding performance of asset management companies, including qualitative and quantitative factors. A committee of judges evaluated participant companies based on measures such as ownership structure, organizational structure, digital customer services, as well as the fund's performance. Ladies and gentlemen, we have several awards in this category. The Best Asset Management Company Awards includes Best Conventional Income Fund Manager, Best Conventional Equity Fund Manager. But before we delve into that, may I request the facilitator for this awards, Ms. Muniba Abdullah, to please join us up on stage. The Best Asset Management Company Awards category, Ms. Muniba Abdullah, the facilitator for these awards. Ladies and gentlemen, let's begin with the first subcategory, the Best Emerging Asset Management Company Award, and the runner-up is Al Habib Asset Management Limited. May I request Mr. Kashif Rafi, the CEO, to please accept this. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on to the winner in the same category, the Best Emerging Asset Management Company. Please welcome AWT Investments Limited. May I be request Mr. Sajjad Anwar to please accept this. Mr. Sajjad Anwar, the President of CFA Pakistan and also the CEO of AWT Investments Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on to our next awards category. This is the Best Conventional Income Fund Manager. The runner-up in this category is, please put your hands together for NBP Fund Management Limited. May we request Mr. Salman Ahmed, the Head of Fixed Income, to please accept this award. Many congratulations, Mr. Salman Ahmed. NBP Fund Management Limited, runner-up in the Best Conventional Income Fund Manager. And now it's time to announce the winner, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together for Al Falah Asset Management Limited, the Best Conventional Income Fund Manager. May I request Mr. Faisal Ali Khan, the CFO of Al Falah Asset Management, to please accept this. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Best Conventional Equity Fund Manager. The runner-up in this category, please put your hands together to welcome Al-Falah Asset Management Limited. And once again, may I request Mr. Mohammad Ayub Khoro, the Chief Investment Officer, to please accept this. Al-Falah Asset Management Limited, runner-up with the Best Conventional Equity Fund Manager. Invite the winner. Please put your hands together for the winner of the Best Conventional Equity Fund Manager. And the winner is Al Habib Asset Management Limited. May I request Mr. Zahid Hussain Wasnani to please accept this award. Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time to move on to the next award. This is the Best Islamic Income Fund Manager. The runner-up in this category, please put your hands together to welcome HBL Asset Management Limited. May I request Mr. Mir Adil Rashid, the Chief Executive Officer, to please accept this. Ladies and gentlemen, runner-up for the Best Islamic Income Fund Manager. Gentlemen, for the next winner, this is the Best Islamic Income Fund Manager. We don't really have to have anybody doing their steps because it is the AWT Investments Limited. May I request Mr. Sajad Anwar to please accept this on behalf of the AWT, winner of the Best Islamic Income Fund Manager Award. Best Islamic Equity Fund Manager. Ladies and gentlemen, the runner-up in this category is Al-Falah Asset Management Limited. Many congratulations. May I request Mr. Mohammad Ayub Khoro, the Chief Investment Officer, to please accept this. I think maybe we should announce an award for somebody who regularly applauds for all the awardees. That will encourage you guys to maybe applaud a little bit more. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on to the winner in the Best Islamic Equity Fund Manager category. The winner is Al Habib Asset Management Limited. May I request Mr. Abdul Rahman Tahir to please accept this award. Our next category, the last one in this, next subcategory, the last one in this category, please welcome the joint runner-ups for the Best Asset Management Company Award. And the joint winners, the first runner-up, ladies and gentlemen, in the Best Asset Management Company Award, Al-Falah Asset Management Limited. May I request Mr. Khaldoon bin Latif, the CEO, to please accept this award. We have joint runner-ups for the Best Asset Management Company Award, fiscal year 2024. First runner-up was the joint runner-up was Al-Falah Asset Management. Please welcome our second joint runner-up, Al-Mizan Investment Management Company. May I request Mr. Imtiaz Gadar, the CEO, and Mr. Muhammad Asad, the CIO, to please accept this. joint runner-ups in this category. The second one to be announced is Al Mizan Investment Management Company. Mr. Imtiaz Ghadar and Mr. Muhammad Asser. Al Mizan Investment Management Company. Ladies and gentlemen, and now it's time for the winner in the Best Asset Management Company Award. Please put your hands together to welcome our winner, NBP Fund Management Limited. May I request Ms. Dr. Amjad Waheed, the CEO, to please accept this award. Congratulations to all our winners. Ladies and gentlemen, this brings this category to its conclusion. Thank you, Ms. Muniba Abdullah, for facilitating this category. It was intense competition. And now moving on to the banking awards that has 6 subcategories: the best microfinance bank, the best digital microfinance bank, best digital banking services, best Islamic bank, best medium-sized bank, and the best large-sized bank. Of course, the evaluation of the digital bank category included measures such as customer reach, digital banking activity, digital banking infrastructure, service quality, and profitability. Before we get into the winners list for these categories, may I request the facilitator, Mr. Raza Jafri, to please join us up on stage. Raza, unfortunately, is traveling and couldn't join us this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, let's delve right into it. Our winner for the Best Microfinance Bank Award of the Year 2023 is Telenor Microfinance Bank. Please welcome Mr. Janzeb Khan, the President and the CEO, to please accept this award. Telenor Microfinance Bank, the Best Microfinance Bank Award of the Year. May I request somebody from the company to please accept this on behalf of Telenor Microfinance Bank. Well, we'll ensure this one gets to them. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on to the next category, Ladies and gentlemen, the next category is the Best Digital Banking Services Award. Please put your hands together for the winner, Microfinance Banks category. This is the Mobilink Microfinance Bank. May I request Mr. Haris Mahmood Chaudhry, the CEO and President of Mobilink Microfinance Bank, to please accept this. Now, ladies and gentlemen, runner-up in the Best Digital Banking Services Award. This is the Commercial Banks category, and the winner is UBL. May I request Mr. Sharjeel Shahid, the Group Executive Digital Banking Group, to please accept this award. Congratulations, UBL. Best Digital Banking Services Award of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, for our next category, we have joint winners for the Best Digital Banking Services Award of the Year 2023. Once again, the commercial banks. The first winner is, please put your hands together for Mizan Bank Limited. May I request Mr. Faizur Rahman and Mr. Sharik Mubin, Group Head IT and the Chief Digital Officer, to please accept this award. Mr. Faizur Rahman, the Group Head Information Technology, and Mr. Sharik Mubin, the Chief Digital Officer for Mizan Bank. Ladies and gentlemen, we have joint winners in this category. The second winner is, please put your hands together for Bank Al Falah Limited. May I request Mr. Yahya Khan, the Chief Digital Officer, to please accept this. Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth award in the Banking Awards categories. This is the Best Islamic Bank. The runner-up in this category is, please put your hands together for Bank Islami Pakistan. May I request Mr. Suhail Sikandar to please accept this award. Runner-up for the Best Islamic Bank of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Mr. Rizwan Atta, the CEO of Islamic Bank, for the runner-up Islamic Bank award. Ladies and gentlemen, please give him a big round of applause. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, winner for the Best Islamic Bank of the Year. Please put your hands together for Mizan Bank Limited. May I request Mr. Ziaul Hassan and Sayyid Tanveer Hussain to please accept this. Mr. Ziaul Hassan, the Group Executive, Operations. And Sayyid Tanveer Hussain, Group Executive for Corporate, Commercial and Investment Banking. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going on to the Best Bank of the Year. This is for the mid-sized banks. The runner-up in this category is, please put your hands together for Habib Metropolitan Bank. May I request Mr. Khurram Shehzad Khan, the President and the CEO of Habib Metropolitan Bank, to please accept this. The winner in the Best Bank of the Year category, the mid-sized banks. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the winner, Standard Chartered Bank. May we request Mr. Syed Ijaz Alam, the CFO, to please accept this. Winner in the Best Bank of the Year, mid-sized bank category. Congratulations to Standard Chartered Bank for being recognized as the Best Bank of the Year, mid-sized bank. The winner in this category is Standard Chartered. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the time for the big award as we're looking at large-sized banks. May we begin with the runner-up in the Best Bank of the Year category, large-sized banks. Please put your hands together for Bank Al Falah Limited. May we request Mr. Atif Bajwa, the President and the CEO of Bank Al Falah, to please accept this. Runner-up for the Best Bank of the Year. gentlemen, now it's time to invite the winner. Best Bank of the Year 2023 Lot Size Bank. The winner, of course, is, please put your hands together, Mizan Bank Limited. May we request Syed Amir Ali, the Deputy CEO, to please join us up on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, this was the grand finale. These were the awards. May we request the Honorable Chief Guest to please stay with us as we now take a moment to recognize our wonderful judges and volunteers who made tonight possible. Let's give all the winners a big round of applause first. May we now invite all the judges and volunteers up on stage. Joining our jury this year is, of course, Mr. Sajjad Anwar, who's on stage with us, Sanam Ali Zeeb, Shamoon Tariq, Mr. Muhammad Shoaib, Mr. Arsalan Asif Sumro, Saad Ali, Hassan Raza, Ms. Mehwish Waliani, Mr. Muhammad Asim. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our jury. If they are present here, may I please request them to join us up on stage. Ms. Aisha Aziz, Mr. Rohail Mohammed, Mir Muhammad Ali, Abdul Rahman Tahir, Masood Kareem Sheikh, Farooq Kareem Khan, Mr. Farhan Rizvi, Raza Jafri, Fareed Ahmad Khan, Mubashir Zubairi. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, our judges for this year's Annual Excellence Awards, Mariam Mughal, Nazir Sheikha, Rukhsana Narejo, and Ms. Jihan Ara. All our judges, may we request you to please join us for a group photograph. May I also take this opportunity for inviting our volunteers, Mr. Abdul Wahab, Mr. Ali Shah Jumani, Ms. Muniba Abdullah, Misbah Parvez, Nasheed Malik, and Farooq Yasin. All our judges and volunteers together in one frame. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them all a big round of applause. We will request the photographers to please help us out and see that we are balanced and photo friendly. This is the moment that we've practiced in all Pakistani weddings. Wait for video. They're zooming into your faces. Gotta give them a big smile. Smile, you're on camera. Thank you to our judges and our volunteers. May we request the Honorable Chief Guest to stay for one more photograph. This is with the board members of CFA. May I once again request Ms. Rukhsana Narejo, Mr. Abdul Rahman Tahir. May we request the Honorable Chief Guest to please stay with us. Board members of CFA Pakistan, Ms. Rukhsana Narejo, Mr. Abdul Rahman Tahir, Mr. Muhammad Tahir Saeed, Muhammad Shoaib, Mr. Sajjad Anwar, Mr. Raza Jafri, Asif Ali Qureshi, and also the Executive Director, Ms. Sarwat Ehsan. What a wonderful board that has put so much hard work and passion into making these Annual Excellence Awards a truly, truly remarkable event. A big round of applause for the board, ladies and gentlemen.
May I now request Azab and so we have to stay back on the stage for a memento, please. Please, can I have the memento for Sidra Iqbal? May I have the memento for the MC, please?
Ladies and gentlemen, may we now request the board and especially the president, Mr. Sajjad Anwar, to present one final memento as a token of our appreciation and gratitude to the honorable chief guest. Ladies and gentlemen, Senator Mohammad Aurangzeb, the Finance Minister for Pakistan. Thank you, sir. Your presence means a lot. And one could sense that you are telling all the people they see you as a mentor and advising them that it's time to now serve the economy and turn it around. Thank you to the board members. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, what a wonderful evening this has been. I once again remind you to use the hashtag CFA if you'd like to share any of your stories on LinkedIn and otherwise announcing your wins. It was a true pleasure to be your host tonight. And once again, there are videographers and photographers available. If you'd like to make more memories and have memorabilia going with you, please make sure that you get photographs taken. And now may I invite you for dinner. I will see you next year, inshallah ta'ala. Once again, congratulations to all the winners.